Let me bring in Mukhtar into this conversation. Mukhtar, Dominic is saying this is an emerging threat, but Boko Haram, like he said again, has been around for quite a number of years. Do you think that is what the situation is? And again, do you think the president has done so much, like he said he would, in terms of leading from the front? To quote him now verbatim.
Well, firstly, condolences to our army, to our armed forces. I mean, a loss of men is always a tragedy. Of course, condolences to their families and condolences to the people of Nigeria. It's something that has hit everyone real hard. In answer to your question, I don't think that the president has done all that he can do. For one, I personally don't understand how he will, how or why he will retain General Buratai as the chief of army staff, considering the fact that we've had so many monumental losses, many of which, incidentally, have not been reported for whatever reason. In my opinion, as the chief of army staff, when our army suffers greatly, someone needs to fall on his sword, and that person ought to be General Buratai. I think the president needs to keep on changing commanders till we find someone who is able to get the job done.
Just to come in, I mean, Operation Lucky Aduli just had their commander changed. Isn't that part of the change you would want to see?
Yes, but that commander is still under the chief of army staff. I think the chief of army staff is a capable soldier, but unfortunately, the results from the field are nothing to write home about. So at the end of the day, something has to give. And I think that something is the chief of the army. Till we find someone who is able to do what needs to be done, I think we need to have changes at the top of the Army High Command. The other question you asked is, I don't think what Boko Haram is doing now is something all of us in the security industry knew or it was going to happen, simply because after the 2015 elections, Boko Haram decided that they're going to take, for lack of a better term, they're going to go into hibernation and not focus on seizing territory, not focus on large-scale attacks. It was a tactical decision made by them for whatever reason, in addition to the infighting, obviously. And now I guess they've decided that they are going to come back and continue wreaking havoc across the Northeast. Someone said something about arms and ammunition. As far as I know, the president has done an excellent job getting arms and ammunition. Even the Matele attack, if the reports are anything to go by, the insurgents carted away arms, ammunition, and 7 gun trucks. To me, that is not indicative of an army that is understaffed or under-equipped. I think there were some saboteurs within that garrison who, for lack of a better term, invited and provided support to the insurgents, who were then able to mount a successful attack.
All right, Mukhtar, let me bring you back into the conversation. I mean, you heard Dominic, you heard Mukhtar, and he is saying that the military is not really, on the bad side in terms of...
It's terribly under-equipped. It's terribly under-equipped.
Oh, but if you remember, there was a $1 billion fund that,
Yes, we need to understand what happened with that money.
Isn't that the money he's talking about that has been used to purchase all these
They've taken the money, but we are seeing the soldiers are saying that they are not seeing this equipment. One of the soldiers was complaining that Shagari bought some of the equipment they are using, 1980s equipment from Czechoslovakia also. It's just, they are not properly
But again,
equipped.
the military insists that these videos are doctored.
Well, we will eventually, they will concede to it. Most times, even the attacks that they've denied, these things, it didn't just start yesterday or over this week. In June, on June 18th, they killed our soldiers. They killed our men, about 48 of them. June 18th, they killed about 9 of them. In July, they killed about 28 on the 14th. There are many attacks that have been going on that have not been reported. So this one is it was just out of scale, about 100 killed. So that's why everything is as if it's just, Boko Haram just restarted their attack. They've been attacking since January. They've been attacking since 2015. We need to know what they did with the money. And now, for the president to say he's shocked, I'm even shocked that he's shocked. When was he shocked? Was it on Sunday when he heard about it? because the commanders and the military chiefs were at his event when this thing was happening.
Which event is that?
His launch.
Of the next level?
Yeah, they did a launch or so on Sunday, or was it Sunday or Monday?
Sunday.
You know, all these people, they were not on the field. I don't know if Boko Haram planned this thing to coincide with when those events, when those political events were happening, but he needs to, I don't know when he's saying he was shocked, whether he heard the news on Friday or on Thursday, but from his own command, there is something that is not right from the command of the top brass of the military.
So you agree with Mukhtar on that part?
More of, I'm not even complaining about the top commanders. I'm complaining more about the commander-in-chief. I don't think he's doing the right things. He bought, he approved money to buy some aircraft, those Tucano aircraft. Yeah. And they said, the US said they were going to deliver this aircraft in 2020. So while we paid our money in around April this year, right? And we are going to sit and wait while all these things. And what our soldiers need when they are in the field, when such an attack starts, when they spot a group of trucks coming towards them, one of the things they can easily do is call for air support. Where are the aircraft? He bought some from Pakistan. Where are they? You know, I have a lot of issues with what is going on. I really, we are not being told what's happening.
Just hold your thoughts for a second. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in a moment. Please stay with us.